Parisian welcome. Here come the band. For My Valentine.
Obviously Metallica. Mine's gone blank. Pantera.
Let's go.
That'll be a good one. Gojira?
Yeah.
I'm not fussed. I'll go and follow anyone. We've done a lot of stuff in the past, which is amazing. We've done Metallica and Guns N' Roses and all that stuff in the early days, which was just fucking incredible. So, new bands and old bands, nothing can really top that. Anyway, so yeah, just headline sets. They're better.
There we go.
Download.
Hey guys, do you have a best place in Wales, somewhere where you like to be? Mine is Swansea Bay. Abertawe. Lovely, lovely. Yeah. Where I live is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I kind of, obviously, it's home.
Wrexham.
I live in the village, near Merthyr Tydfil. I would advise visiting there, but I like Brecon, the Brecon Beacons. If you haven't visited Wales, that's a lovely place to visit. What about you, Patch?
There's a place called Mumbles, that's really nice as well. That's in Swansea, yeah. Wales. Waterfalls and stuff like that, but Brecon. Sorry? Llangollen.
Home.
Close.
I'm not Welsh.
He wishes he was.
I wish I was Welsh.
Honorary Welshman.
I'm English.
New album. Will the new album have the same vibe as the Poison, or more like the new stuff? I don't know. A bit of both, hopefully. We don't really like to kind of make the same album twice. It's not very challenging or creative. Obviously, we don't want to lose our identity, but we're always trying to push the boundaries creatively, musically, and create something which excites us, because that's obviously the most important thing. As the songwriters and as the band, we have to be excited and stimulated and proud of what we produce, first and foremost. And it's very early days yet with the new album. We've got a lot of demos, but it's still early days. Anything can happen between now and when it comes out now. So I don't know. I think it'd like to have the Bullet DNA all the way through it, but always expect the unexpected. And it will be exciting, and it will be heavy, and it will be Bullet for My Valentine. That's all I can say, really.
There of our bus where we sleep. Really cold, and everyone's half dead, but completely dead. But yeah, Jamie went yesterday.
Yeah, I went yesterday. It's pretty, interesting to see. Very unsettling at times, but no, it's very, It was my first time going down there, and with the crew as well. It was a nice day out.
Is there a song that was particularly difficult to write?
Struggling with the reading, let alone writing.
Either emotionally or technically. Someone for you?
What's the first part? Like hard, challenging.
Song particularly difficult to write.
I mean, every song to write is difficult when it starting to become a song. When it's an idea, it's just a riff or a vocal melody or something, and then it is what it is, and then it starts to take form and a structure, and then you start to put vocals on it, and that's when I think things become more challenging, is when you start to put the voice on a song. I think it's probably the same for most bands. Like the vocal hooks and the lyric writing is the most challenging part, I think, of being in any band or a songwriter. It's the music. We're all very capable musicians, and we can all write riffs and grooves and everything in our sleep. I mean, that's not a problem. I think it's, what do you want the song to be about? What is the message you want to portray? 8 albums in, 20 years later, trying not to say the same shit over and over again, which is really challenging. But so they're all like it. You know, back in the day, it was challenging because we were inexperienced. I didn't really have anything to say. And then 8 albums later, I've said everything I needed to say and trying to find more things I got to say. So every song is challenging, you know, but that's kind of why it's fun. It's because you know, when you get through that and you get the end product and you have a song and you can listen to it together as a band and you guys get to hear it for the first time, that's where we get the buzz. You know what I mean? That's when it all makes sense. And you know, I've spent an hour writing a song. I've spent like 10 weeks writing a song. So you know, every song is a challenge, but it's always worth the fight in the end. And you know, if it doesn't get anywhere after those weeks or months of writing, just throw it in the bin and start again. You know, it's a frustrating but very rewarding process.
Hand of Blood got me into playing the guitar 18 years ago. A dozen of ESPs later, I'm still looking for an MP600. Impossible. Pads, when can we expect a new signature? Ooh, good point actually. Unfortunately, my signature guitar was discontinued years ago, so there's not many floating around apart from in my garage. So maybe in the future I'll go for some.
This one's not really my cup of tea, but I'm going to try. It says, what is your favourite football team, player and coach?
Cardiff City.
Yeah. PSG.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, that one. Being from Wales, most of us boys are rugby boys, you know what I mean? But as of last week, we are no longer rugby boys. And especially we're not rugby boys against French men. That was fucking embarrassing. But this guy, he likes football. You're a Man United fan, isn't he?
I am. Yeah, they're really bad at the moment, and there's a
Oh,
boo
no.
there. Great. My favourite football team, well, Man United, and favourite coach. No Man United coach.
No.
Sir Alex Ferguson. Oh no, Arsene Wenger. Come on, he's French. Which one of your songs represent you the most and why? Well, I mean, you know, I've been in the band 10 years, obviously Matt and Padge started it, but I think Tears is probably the one that represents the band, would you say, Matt?
Represents you.
Represents me?
What song?
Oh.
I've got a couple of you.
I Don't Need You was the first time we recorded it. And it represented a huge transition for us, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Don't
what
Need You, yeah.
Not putting words in your mouth.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Piece of Me, I think, is one of my favourites because that was a bit of a departure from what Bullet normally do. The groove was quite modern and it works really well live. Knives as well. Really love playing Knives. You know, everything comes out in that song. It's like, rah, as you'll see tonight.
What is your favourite group and why? That's a good question. I've got loads of favourite groups, but the first one that comes to my mind is Metallica. It's pretty obvious, but like they're the band that started everything that, you know, metal bands do. Again, I love Pantera, going to Ozzy, you know, all the classic, you know, metal bands in the 80s that started it and influenced, you know, me into metal and picking up a guitar. So, yeah. What about yourself?
I think for me, if I had to pick 3, I grew up in like the mid-90s and late 90s. That's when I kind of discovered heavy metal. The 3 main bands for me that kind of set me on my journey was Metallica, Machine Head, and Pantera. And I think that was a good era for heavy metal. The mid-90s was fucking killer. Jason?
Well, quite varied really. I think Slayer, because of the drumming, 9 Inch Nails, and Fleetwood Mac. Because that was a lot of people in this room is a good sort of childhood album that my mum and dad used to play, and just amazing songs that have stood the test of time really. But yeah, a bit of everything, you know.
Yeah, all classic metal bands, Metallica, Pantera. I like the blues, so I like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, anything really. I don't mind pop, Justin Bieber. But yeah, everything that pretty much all you guys like as well. So, hey guys, it's good to see you back on tour. Do you have any routine on tour? So wake up, have a coffee, you know, just hang around the dressing room, eat some food, make some calls back home, you know, to your partners or your loved ones. You know, just chill out through the day, reserve some energy, and then, you know, do the meet and greets so you can see all you lovely people, and start winding up then for the show. You know, about an hour before the show, you start warming up on guitar or drums or bass. Matt does his vocal warm-ups and stuff. You know, maybe a beer or two, and play your heart out on stage, and go sleep and repeat.
Yeah, I think it's good on this tour that we've been doing these meet and greets and these Q&As, you know, because it's set bits, you know, doing stuff in the day. But for me, like, obviously, like 2 hours before showtime, I like to do like vocal warm-ups, you know, go run through the songs just to get in the good headspace. And yeah, and obviously, like on days off, we try and visit whatever countries we're in. It's good to get out and see the culture and meet people, and yeah, just try to keep active as well. I think it's the best.
Yeah, it's I'll try and get out as much as I can. 3 out of 4 of us have got kids, so it wires to wake up really early. And even if I go to bed at 2 in the morning, I'll still wake up at 6. So I
the school run.
Yeah, well, I've got to take the kids to school. Yeah, just I like to explore, you know, and soak up a bit of culture. And this, like James said, gives us a good bit of structure in the day. And I love meeting you guys. We love meeting you guys and answering questions, because it actually gets us you in the mood for the gig even more when you see who you're playing to. Yeah, I think.
This question says, are you guys planning a show with a symphonic orchestra? Stay metal, guys. Weirdly, when we were putting this tour together, we were going to bring an orchestra with us and do something even more special than just playing the Poison in its entirety. We were going to bring a bunch of people on cellos and violas and kind of a mini orchestra to kind of make the show a bit more special and unique. But the costs just spiraled out of control real quick. And unfortunately, it was just too much work and too much admin and too much cost to put into it to bring it. But in the future, it's something I'd personally love to do. I think it would suit our sound and add a different kind of dynamic.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. Obviously, those things could take time, and it would have to be for a special reason, in a special venue, in a special city. Kind of
Headline and download.
Hmm?
Headline and download.
Headline download. There you go. Maybe. Love to do that. You know, if we get the invitation, and there's no better place to do it than something like that. Absolutely.
Okay, guys, we've got time for one more question.
Okay, I'll read it out. Add that one. Oh, no. If each one of you had to add a song to the set list that you've never played live before, what would it be? There's not many we haven't played live at some point. But for me, it'd probably be something off the latest album, something like Can't Escape the Waves or My Reverie.
Yeah.
Something that songs we're gagging to play. So hopefully on the next proper headline tour, we can just throw in some more deep cut vibes. You know, songs that, especially that last album. We're so proud of that last album. We only ever get to play 4 off it because we've got so many songs in the set list from the past that we like to get it all balanced and stuff like that. You know, because we know how important the older songs are to you guys. But yeah, I'd like to add some more stuff off the new record. Sure.
Yeah, I like Begging for Mercy, which is off Fever. And when I first played with the band, that was one of my favourite songs to play live, because I like fast stuff, being a drummer. There's loads of fast drumming in it. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. If I had to pick one, I'm going to go old school, Screaming Fire, Take It Out On Me.
Tune.
I think, because I like the song. But we did play the middle part, didn't we? On a tour a couple of years ago, which is very cool. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to bring that one back out and play that one live.
I like to play Curses. Pretty old song, but it's such a sweet song. I think it's one of my favourite Bullet songs, actually. But, yeah, I don't think have we played live?
Yeah, back in the day.
years ago, but yeah, it'd be cool to revisit that one. I love the song, it's a cool tune. Alright.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.